Okay, welcome to the Monday, December the 2nd, 2019, meeting of the Montpelier Design Review Committee. I will let members and staff introduce themselves.
Hannah Smith. Liz Pritchett. Meredith Crandall, staff.
Stephen Everett.
Eric Gilbertson.
Seth Mitchell.
Martha Smirsky.
We are advisory to the Development Review Board, and we will listen to each of the applications and move them forward. Do I hear a motion to approve our agenda tonight?
So moved.
Second it.
All in favor of the agenda, raise your hand.
Such a complicated one.
Agenda is approved. And without further ado, we'll go forward to the first application. Come up to the table and have a seat.
Thank you.
And describe your sign.
My name is Erica Strom. I'm representing Woodwood Sign Systems in Waitsfield and the new business of Notion Fabric and Craft. So I have a 22-inch by 15-foot sign. It's direct digital print graphic on an 8-inch thick Dibond aluminum background. It is going to include a laminate. I brought an example that we made of the colors as well as the length of the width of the sign. This, however, is just done in our shop. We will be creating something like this, and you can just see the laminate on top. It helps to protect it. So that's going to go on the address of 65 Main Street for Notion Fabric and Craft. The background color is as you see it. It will be mounted onto the building fascia with screws.
Okay.
Those screws will be laid in, they look like this, so they will lay flat. I'm sorry, I'm not,
Yeah.
sorry for those listening.
No,
So it lays flat, it will have this color on it.
Mhm.
It will be approximately every 16 inches to 2 feet along the sign.
Countersunk.
Pardon me?
Countersunk. That's,
Countersunk?
that countersunk is the right word.
Oh, thank you, countersunk, yes, that makes sense.
So,
Yeah.
the flat head
Flat
comes
head.
flush with
Yeah.
the sign.
I use it, I just didn't know.
Is that a color for that particular business?
Yes, it is. That is their logo.
Okay.
It came out a lot more purple on there.
Yes,
Pink
and this
on
is
here.
the exact color
Yeah.
that it will be.
Well, that looks much darker in
Than
this,
that. Mhm.
which
That-
is good because you get more contrast. The more
Yes.
contrast you have, obviously, the more readable it is.
Exactly. Thank you. Yes. And the pink did not. I did notice that you had that
It's-
as I did. So that's why I thought bringing one would be a better way to note it.
And how high are the letters?
The letter inches. These letters right here,
Mm-hmm.
5 inches, 5 3/4 inches tall. That is how big that N is right there.
And how about the T and the S and the B's?
I am going to,
I believe 7.
7.
I would say 7 to 7 and a quarter just to be safe.
Oh,
Nice.
24.
Nice size, ideal
Not
for
24
the
inches.
location, yes.
So, do I need to do? This is
No,
my
no, no.
first city
No, no,
council
no.
meeting
It's-
representation. So.
It's fine,
doing
we've
great.
had some other applications that were shooting for much larger letters that technically could have been read from 1,000 feet.
Feet
so
away.
Your
Yeah.
scale is
Yeah.
perfect.
Okay, good, great, thank you. Noticeable, but not.
There's actually a ratio. For every 10 feet of distance the sign can be viewed, they recommend 1 inch.
1 inch, correct.
So at 5 3/4, technically about 60 feet, which is across the street. So that's perfect.
Are
Any
you
other, I'm sorry.
using the lighting?
We are not including lighting in this design scope now.
No, there's existing lighting, but it's not pointed at the,
Correct, and I at this point, I believe that she is leaving that at this time, most likely due to financial getting herself up and running. We are not contracted or discussing lighting with her at this time.
If there's those goosenecks are already there. You don't have to replace them or do anything other than
Turn them in, yeah.
You got it,
Yeah.
and put bulbs in.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're
Which
there,
I-
so you're free to use those. You don't have to make any additional request
Wonderful.
or permit for that. It's
Thank you.
there, you can use it.
Thank you.
Yeah, and that's the same for the larger zoning
Okay.
picture too,
Oh,
because they're already there.
very good to
We're
know.
not doing
Okay.
anything.
And if you do put any bulbs in, 60-watt LEDs work great. And you can aim them so you can catch all of the
all
lettering.
this lettering, yes.
Might be useful this time of year.
At 3:30. At 3:30, as
When
we're
you're having
grabbing
your
our
wine.
wine. We will also be installing the sign. We'll be doing so with ladders. We have cones, appropriate construction tape. It won't be taking up that much space. We'll just filter people around that, and we'll have
Okay.
2 gentlemen on site, maximum 2 hours.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's not, I don't think that would be an issue. That would be more for the Department of Public Works.
Okay.
Usually, and I don't think that's an issue.
Okay.
Ours is only looking at the design and the size, et cetera, of the sign.
Okay.
Comments, questions, suggestions?
No, I worry a little bit about the contrast.
Well, that's a little darker. And,
Yeah.
and we've,
I mean, it's not anything I would care about as far as design, it's just,
what we do on there's a set of criteria that we go by when evaluating the sign. And in that criteria, we can, there is an optional change, and your option is if you decide to, if you put that up at night, if you decide you want a little more contrast, you can stay with that same color and go darker shades of the background. The white obviously would stay the same, but
Yep.
if you choose to, you can go darker with the background color, again, to give it
In-
more contrasting.
Okay.
If you choose that.
Within that color, that purple, or
Yes.
whatever we're calling it, okay.
Yes.
And does it need to come back,
No.
okay, okay. Great, that's perfect. And I actually, you pointed that out, I'm gonna make that suggestion, because I think, is this on, am I on?
Oh,
Am I
everybody.
being,
Yeah, recorded.
oh, it's lovely, but I understand what you're saying.
And again, that's your option.
Yes.
And, you know, a lot of times you do a trial, and on a gray day in December, it's good to put it up there, take a look at it, and if you decide you want more contrast, you have the freedom within this optional change to go with a darker shade of the same color.
Thank you. When we get that, February 14th blizzard, it might be hard
Yeah.
to see this. Or thaw for Meredith.
Let's see. My kids aren't really big on the thaws. They were out this weekend, even though at the bottom of the hill it was grass, they were still sledding.
And again, we just said a darker shade of the same background color is approved at the option of the applicant.
Thank you.
And I'll go through there's a set of criteria that are used on each of the applications. Number 1A, preservation or reconstruction of the appropriate historic style if the proposed project's in the historic district or involves a historic structure, acceptable. Harmony of exterior design with other properties, acceptable. Compatibility of proposed exterior materials with other properties in the district, acceptable. Compatibility of proposed landscaping not applied for in this application. Prevention of the use of incompatible designs, buildings, color schemes, or exterior materials, acceptable. Location and appearance of all utilities, no change in this application, but again, you're free to use whatever is already there. Recognition of and respect for view corridors and significant vistas, including gateway views of the city and state house, acceptable. Conformance with cityscape placement and design recommendations, acceptable. Compatibility with subject property and adjacent properties, acceptable. Shall not obscure significant architectural details, acceptable. It's within the existing sign ban. Illumination, not applicable. consistency and uniformity of multiple signs is not applicable here. Illumination not applicable, that's for internally lit plastic signs. Pennants and banners not applicable. Individual letters affixed, painted, or engraved directly on the building or structure are encouraged. This sign is acceptable in the sign ban. I'm sorry,
I
go
have
ahead.
a question.
Okay.
And it has nothing to do with design, but notion is a singular. Notion, fabric,
And craft.
and fabric.
Yes, I know. So I just represent the sign company. The
Okay.
person whose developed this branding is not me, nor is it
Okay.
Woodenwood. They merely brought it to us, and we developed it into what their business. And I understand.
That always, you know, the Walgreens and what was the store that was downtown for a long time? That's,
Oh,
Fishman's.
yeah.
That they had that, it has an S on it, because you got more than one
One.
ocean.
I know.
So,
That's up to their,
Yeah,
it's up to them.
I agree, and
That's the owner.
I
They
think
can-
on the file I wrote notions, fabric and craft, and
Yeah.
yes, I understand.
Okay.
and they're free to add the S if.
And I will, I will, certainly. Thank you. Is it a slow season for the council right now?
It's relatively slow for applications right now, but that's okay.
No, I get it. I'm
I'm
sorry
okay
that
with
you all
that.
had to come in for
Oh,
just this
right.
meeting.
No,
So-
this is good. We actually get to see each other.
Yeah,
so
no.
it's okay.
Again, we just notated that they can add the S if they feel that's more appropriate.
Okay.
All in favor of the application, raise your hand. And I'll get you to sign this form. Right above my name. And you have her name for the record.
Yep, and you signed in.
I
as well,
did,
right?
and
Yep,
it's Erica Stroem, Stroem.
Okay, and then Erica with a C or with a K?
C, thank you for asking.
You're welcome. Awesome. So,
And that's,
oh, sorry.
I'm sorry,
So it's an administrative permit, so we will be sending it back to Wood and Wood Signs with the permit. okay?
Wonderful, yes, please.
Okay.
Wood and Wood is Sparky's, right?
Yes, correct, yes.
You will laugh, just as an aside. My son worked there years and years and years ago when his daughter was 2 years old running around the shop.
Oh, that's a few years, yes. Who's your son?
Todd
Everett?
Everett,
The name sounds very familiar.
yeah, he
if-
worked with Sparky for, I think, a year and a half or so. And the daughter was Grace Potter.
Right. Who is running around the shop today at 37 now, I think, or close to it, yeah. It's a small world, Vermont.
Small world.
It makes it nice, so.
Okay, thank you
Oh,
very much.
gosh,
Thank
thank
you.
you very much for your time, and thank you for
Okay.
coming in on this
Well,
evening.
thank you for coming in.
And
Appreciate it.
it's nice, actually, listening to Christmas carols on the radio, so I'm getting in.
And
getting
then you
in
get to
spirit.
see all the lights.
Yes,
Yeah, it
and
looks
there
nice.
was-
I don't know when they're doing the Capitol building. I always like it when the fire station gets lit up.
Yes.
That's one of my favorites.
I think it's the 11th.
11.
That's what they're doing, because they do this little celebration, and that'll be nice.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time again.
You're
Happy
quite
holidays
welcome.
to all of you.
Yes, to
too.
you as well.
And St. Jerry's tonight, and thank you.
Yep, bye-bye.
Okay, bye. And do I have any questions regarding the minutes of October 21st?
I would move approval.
Is there a second? All in favor of the October 21st minutes, raise your hand. Is that the three you needed?
Finally.
And how about the November 21st?
Same.
We're waiting for Martha to make sure she's okay with
yeah.
everything.
I second
You're
it.
you're the third.
I'm the only person that'll come through with any corrections, huh?
No, you're just the third person
Yeah.
who was there.
Yeah, I know, yeah. I'm seconding it.
Okay, all in favor of the November 21st minutes, raise your hand. Anybody have anything else to add? Otherwise, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I move to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor of adjournment, raise your hand. Meeting is adjourned. Wow, it took a whole 15 minutes.
I can't remember if it was during the meeting or after the meeting, I talked to Fred Bashara. And he was saying his